Oh, Bricker19, this here's the Gear Jamming Deer. Whitetail has got your front door, come on. And another load of 18 wheels, or another load? I mean, I guess technically that's accurate. Another episode of 18 Wheels Rollin. We left off in Little Rock. There are a lot of oversized loads here. And this that's paying better than an oversized load. Per mile. That's interesting. Propane apparently pays decently. I'm going to see what else there is, because I kind of don't want to do that run. For one thing, that's quite a lot of it is going directly back the way we just came. I have noticed there's a bit more freight now. There is a lot of freight here. I don't know if the realistic freight saturation has been temporarily removed from the realistic economy mod that I use, or if maybe the freight economy is just picking back up in real life and I haven't noticed. That is possible. Yeah, there's really... Do I take the chance? I don't think I want to take the chance. Especially, like, this load will probably end up taking just as long as this load. And it's not paying as well, either per mile or in total. By a long shot in total. Excuse me. Because this load, I can actually easily do the speed limit, and these loads I really can't. Even with the escort vehicle being allowed to do the speed limit. These loads just take so long, and honestly, in this particular instance, they're not paying all that great compared to other offerings. Oops. Sorry about that. Accidentally hit one of my triggers. So yeah, I guess we're taking this propane. I just cannot not take $1.20 a mile. It's just paying too well. What do we have here? Nice. I haven't actually really pulled the propane trailer all that much ever since it was reworked. What I might actually end up doing, I don't know why I thought that continuing this series would be a very good way to explore Arkansas. I might go ahead and just cut this recording session after this episode and just go explore on my own. Obviously, it won't mean any substantial cut to you guys. There will still be another video next week for you, but I just won't be recording that video today. Yeah, there's a lot of natural gas going on around here. A lot of natural gas being hauled by pack cars. Well, this is not a great intersection. Fortunately, there wasn't much traffic. No, still went up. Sorry, I was looking at the gauge cluster. I was comparing it to the gauge cluster in my truck. You know, KW versus Peterbilt. Cool water tower. I don't know what the common thought is, but I actually think that SCS's water textures look pretty good. That's a nice looking lake. Or wide river, whatever that is over there. This is when it's really nice to have that gauge on the dash that tells you how fast the vehicle in front of you is going. Jeez, I need to turn down the braking intensity or something. I barely touched the brake pedal. How did I slow down that quickly? Or that much, rather. Yay. Yeah, the two way stations are really close to each other. Oh, it's because we're going back into Oklahoma. Right. I'm really curious as we keep going further east, and I feel like this is something that's more prevalent further east, in the eastern forests. Keeping in mind that I haven't driven through a western forest in a while at this point in real life. But in the east, it seems like a lot of it's much more common to have trees growing basically right alongside the road, where they have to cut basically a box shape out of the lower branches so that the branches won't hit trucks. And I'll just be curious, I'll be curious to see as we keep going further east in game if they'll include that, or if in game they'll just place the trees a little further away from the road. Oh. Well, that's not a very good water texture. Speaking of forest, look at that off to the right. I mean, there's some on the left too, but it was easier to see to the right without moving the camera back there. I'm not sure I've ever been on this highway before. This stretch of it in the game, I mean. Possible. Let me actually pull up the map real quick. No, this stretch of highway was definitely already in the game. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been on it. I really have a lot less exposure to the Midwest states that are in game, even compared to real life at this point. I play the game much less nowadays. So, as these states have come out, I just haven't been exploring them quite as much. part of why I don't typically eat lunch anymore. Apparently my body has decided it's time for a nap now. Starting to wonder if I should maybe consider getting fuel. Might not have quite enough to make it to the delivery. I might be able to make it. Oops. God damn it, I need to change that keybind. The spacebar is apparently parking brake, and it's not supposed to be. So B is my Jake brake, and if I miss B slightly... Okay, that time I hit the parking brake button on my controller. Also by accident. Anyway, if I slightly miss B and accidentally hit B and the spacebar at the same time, then I turn on both brakes. The spacebar is actually supposed to be the city horn. what's going on in real life again. You stop doing that. Usually I have my cab curtains closed, but since I'm just parked for a couple hours here waiting for my pickup appointment, didn't bother. But I'm at a small truck stop parked right behind the fuel island. So, you know, good-looking trucks keep pulling in, and then I want to sit here and watch the good-looking truck and not pay attention to what I'm doing in the game. Sort of the blessing and curse of being both a trucker and trucking enthusiast, as I get distracted by nice-looking trucks quite often. Such as this gorgeous FLD that just pulled up. Now, I'm not entirely sure. I've never driven a propane truck before. But I'm pretty certain that propane doesn't usually get delivered directly to truck stops by over-the-road semis. Of course, I picked up a school bus from a recycling center during the time-lapse episode last week, so this probably isn't as weird as that was. Or, not a recycling center, I think they're called transfer facilities, actually. But, you know what I mean. I'm also pretty sure that propane tank... Yeah, see, the propane tank is right there. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that propane tanks aren't usually underground. But this is a bit... I was hauling propane, right? Let me see. At least it'll be easy for them to refill the truck with fuel. Yeah, propane. All of that is a bit odd, but who knows. Alright. So I am real quick going to jump forward to 7 o'clock. But then I'm actually going to take a 34. Huh. Why is this trying to open? I'm not running Sound Fixes Pack. That's odd. Looking at when the last time truck dealer stuff went down. Huh. Maybe another couple of videos. Maybe, yeah, another couple of videos, and then I'll be able to look at the used truck dealer again. It takes a lot longer for them to repopulate when you don't skip a bunch of time until they repopulate. Anyway, until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and keep that hammer down, drivers.